What's up, guys? Dylan back here with another update on the market, and I want to speak about what actually happened yesterday. It was a public holiday in South Africa, which is why it wasn't that active yesterday. So, I want to speak about what the plan is for today, and what can potentially happen. So, basically, what we see is if you look at the ETF, inflows and outflows within the last 10 days here, it's literally just been positive inflows, right? Which is what we've seen. You've seen 300 million, 600 million. It's been a lot of positive inflows in the market. And then actually yesterday we saw a net outflow, literally from most of the massive institutions, and you can see 263 million as a net outflow. Okay, so I mean it doesn't really mean like anything as such, but if this tends to happen over the next couple of days, we might see more bearish pressure in the market. As you can see, when we do get outflows, the market tends to go up, just because there's more institutional volume coming into the market. So just something to look at, and let you guys know. Now looking at the heat map, guys, we spoke about these levels yesterday, and we kind of predicted it quite well with Bitcoin. Today we have another key level here for Bitcoin at around about 76,300, and then 78,640. So if we go back to the chart quickly, just to let me just refresh the chart here. If we go back here and see on Bitcoin, so we have 76,300, right? 76,300, which is a key zone that I was looking at. And yeah, we spoke about, I'm just going to put it on the chart here. And basically, this is a level here, okay? Right over here. And I don't know if any of you guys got into the short from that video that I posted yesterday, but essentially, I was waiting for price to take out this liquidity and then look for retracement sells, right? Then that's exactly what we got. It retraced pretty nicely. If you look from the Fibonacci, you can see from this high over here, boom, to this low, literally the 0.5 fib level, and you can see there's potential continuation to the downside. Okay, so for me right now, kind of just playing it by ear. I'm sure some of you did get into this position because we did speak about it yesterday. We broke structure to the downside. There was a lot of things telling us that we were going to go lower yesterday, right? And it was mainly based on this liquidity zone, and you can see how we've closed literally below that. We retraced. People thought we were bullish, and then we ended up coming back down. So overall, it's not looking good for Bitcoin. I would expect price to tap this level over here. We've created a double top on the 1 hour time frame. You can see this level here. We couldn't even take out the liquidity above us, so it's just looking like we might see more downside pressure today. I am looking at this, this Unicell here for today. We did actually flip bearish on this candle. I might actually just take this on this flip here. We're about to break that 4 hour low. We've created that top wick as well. Yeah, I'm actually going to take this setup here for Uni. One sec. I'll post it as well though. Just give me a second. So yeah, looks pretty clean in my opinion. For Uni, let's have a look here. 4 hour short. I'll send it in the group right now so you guys know. It's based on the 4 hour time frame and also based on I'll show you exactly what I mean now. I'm gonna do a 10x leverage on this one. There we go. Stop loss is at 2.262. Yeah, looks clean. All right, so I've just entered that short there for Uni. I honestly think that we can continue going lower from this level. I will obviously let you guys know how it plans out, but overall here, guys, I think we're still going to come down to there, and we're going to go over a little bit more now in just a second, but just wanted to let you guys know I did enter the setup here. Okay, cool. All right, so I posted it for you guys so you guys can see. All right, perfect. Cool. So in a uni short here, thinking we're gonna come lower here. I'm not gonna just go over it, but basically we broke trend. We retest that level. We spoke about this in the update yesterday. So it's a valid setup. It's on the 4-hour time frame. 1 hour broke structure to the downside, retrace back up to this level on the 30 minutes, 15 as well. 15, couldn't close above that fair value gap. We also have a 15-minute break of trend potentially here for this. It's just looking really bearish in my opinion. This is a trend break on the 50-minute time frame. It's a 4-hour retest. Everything's kind of just pointing to the downside here for a bit of a dump, right? So overall, not looking good. If we look at Ethereum as well, ETH also just looking terrible here. We couldn't break this previous high. It's looking like it wants to take out this low. If we look at the liquidation over here, let's have a look here. For ETH, 2262. We have to look at maybe a higher time frame level here. Yeah, just looking like it's the markets. I mean, the most liquidity is above us here, but it's a little bit out of reach. I'll be honest. We're gonna have to see a massive pump to even grab that level. Yeah, I'm expecting more downside here, guys. It's just we broke the structure to the downside. It's just not looking good for Ethereum, and for most of the market. I'll be honest. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, we're in this uni short. Just posted this for you guys. Hopefully we can get a nice little downside move here. We'll see what happens, but I will keep you guys updated on what I do today. It's a relatively short little video, but I wanted to speak about what trades I'm looking at today. And the one trade that we are currently in right now is that uni short. Okay, so total 3 also getting a fake breakout. We spoke about that yesterday, and we were saying that being below this level here is just not a good thing for the market, right? So overall, guys, I'm only really focusing on shorts. Only really focusing on shorts right now. I mean, we spoke about Bitcoin as well. This could have been that bull trap. We spoke about that in the video, and price couldn't get above that zone. We couldn't break that level. We created a double top on the 4-hour, the 1 hour, even the daily. If you look at the wicks, there's a good chance that this can just roll back down to these lower limits. We have to wait and see though. There might be a catalyst that might get a push up. We don't know yet. But remember, liquidity levels for Bitcoin today, guys, are at this level here, which is what we're currently looking at. It's looking like we're going to tap that level. So I wonder if any of you guys did even take the short from that video update I did yesterday. It's looking pretty clean. You would have gotten last night / this morning. So, but yeah, overall, I'm expecting more downside here, guys. Hype actually played out from that signal last week. I didn't end up closing it though, but I don't think looking at longs right now this is a play. So yeah, we'll see what happens today, guys. Honestly, still expecting more rooms to downside. Virtual was hitting that break of structure, and then also just uni. We broke that trend there. Very, very strong volume candle here for uni. So yeah, I'm expecting we did get in around about this level here. So I'll start to move stop loss down a little bit once we like in a bit of profit and we take out like this low, for instance. If we start taking out 3.9193, I'll move my stop loss just above this wick over here. But until then, still pretty valid. I'm expecting uni to take out like at least this low today. I wouldn't expect we could get a little bounce from here, but overall I would expect price to just roll over here and come all the way back down. So yeah, we'll see what happens today, guys. I hope everyone has a good day, and I'll see you guys in the live stream tomorrow.